Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of t-shirt design tutorial. So today I am going to make a 4th of July t-shirt design, and for doing that I am going to illustrate this eagle image here because I want to use this, and also I want to show you how to make an illustration from an image. So this is a high quality image. As you can see here, you can search like eagle head PNG, you will find tons of different images, and we can illustrate images like this to use in our design. So that's fine. Now for making a design like this, first step is I need to set my image for working. So I just place this image here. Now double click on this layer panel and it is going to open up like this, and then from this window click on this template. So then just you can change this option to, like, I am going to make it 80%, then click OK, and it is going to do something like this. So what it basically does is it reduce the opacity to 80% of the image, or you can just do it differently. So I'm going to do it again just to show you. So this is my image here. I am double clicking here, then click on template and keep it 50% so that will be more visible. So as you can see, it is now making it more transparent. So just like this, then create a new layer. So in this case I will have two layers, and I can easily turn this on and off for seeing what is going on here. And then on this top layer, on this unlocked layer, I will make my drawing. So first step is I am using my pen display here, that is the graphic tablet you can call. So I have some pressure control here, and if you don't have it, you can simply make a simple brush like this, a simple ellipse brush, something like this. I'm going to make it black for now, and then just select this one, go to your brush panel, create a new brush and make it a art brush. So that is fine. Now once you have this brush, now you can select your brush tool to make the drawing. You can see this brush is selected, so whatever I am going to draw from here, it is going to make the drawing in that brush we just created. So something like this. You can change the brush setting also, so double click on this brush panel here. Okay, so I am using my display. It is going to give you this pop-up window. You can increase the size of fidelity here, and that is the smoothness. So if I make it lower like this, and if I try to draw curved lines, it is going to give me something like these lines. You can see this is not perfectly straight lines, or it is not smooth. So I can simply, okay, so increase that smoothness something like around this area. Then if I try to make that kind of line, it is going to be more smooth. You can see no this kind of lines. So that is what I want here. So this is good. Now for this area, I'm going to just draw some of these details here. This is not really important, but let's just try to make it. So first step is I am going to make the whole outline of my image, like the whole outside part of the image I am going to make here. So this is how I am going to make it. As you can see, I am using my brush tool, so it is going to give me this kind of option here. You don't have to follow it exactly, but you can try to keep it as close as possible, so that is fine. Now from here, maybe I will use this option. I'm just trying to make it sharp end here, something like this. So one more thing I want to tell you, that I'm using a pre-made brush. This is a brush made from an object. So if I make it long line, it is going to be smaller in size. If I make it short line, it is going to be bigger in size. So it is not clearly visible right now, but it will be. So let's keep working. So I'm going to just make short lines here. You can see short lines are being bigger and long lines are being smaller. So let me show you. If I make it long lines here, it is going to be a little bit smaller, but in this end area, not the middle area. So that is fine. nothing to worry about. So this much is fine for me. Let's try it from this area. So don't worry about how the drawing is being made. If you are not an artist like me, just don't worry about it, because people who just will buy your design, they are not designers. So they are not going to judge your drawing or your artwork. They are just going to get the message right. If your design is giving the right message, then it is going to work for them. So as you can see, this is the entire outline of my this image. So if I turn this off, this layer, I am going to see this is how my image is looking right now, and that is totally fine, nothing to worry about. So there are some details in the face of this eagle here, so I'm going to draw them. Like you can see, this image, this part of the design is going inside the eye of the eagle here, something like this. So that is fine, it is going to give us a bit more precise look. So this is just a way of making your drawing. Don't worry about the outcome right now, it is going to look good. So this is one way of making your drawing, and there is, I'm going to show you another way, which will be the pencil tool way. So I'm going to press N on my keyboard, or you can just go here, this is the pencil tool, and make sure that you have only fill color, no stroke. So with your fill color selected, you can make this same similar style of drawing, but in that case you will have to, let's say I want to keep this part here, so I will not draw that, I will draw the rest of it. So something like this is going to be, and then something like this from here I'm going to draw. So I will keep this part of the image, that is good. So for the eyes here, I'm going to draw it, okay, so not like that, I'm going to draw it like this, then I will go back from this area just like this. So it is going to give me a bit more precise look. You can see there is some white in the eyeball, so I'm going to keep that, I'm going to leave that part, I will not draw it. So this is how it's looking, don't worry. So maybe we can just draw a part from here, we can draw another part from here, that is also good for the details of the eyes, so that is good. Now here I am going to first of all draw the big outline here, and then I will come back inside this shape, so that will keep a little gap here, you can see. So that is what I want here, so that is good. Now for this area here, you can see this is the curve of the shape, curve of the feather of this eagle here, so we can keep that. And for doing that, I'm going to just follow the curve. So these feathers are coming this way, kind of this way, so I can simply draw a shape like this. So this one is also coming in this way, just like this, that is fine. But here it is coming kind of this way, in this style, so you can keep that. And here it is going in this way. So I am not a good artist, but this is the basic idea you need to have while you are trying to make a drawing. So in this one I am going to make it in this way, so that is good. Maybe we can put some in between shapes too. Okay, so for this one here, I'm going to draw it this way. So just try to make it random, nothing too obvious. So that is the rule I am following here. That's good. And this one is going to be in this direction, and then I will draw some in this way. Okay, so something like this. Now this is the main graphic that I'll be using. Now this is not a very perfect one or something we always use like professional artists, so it is not like that, but in our case, in this case, it will work. So you can see this is how my graphic is looking right now, and which is I'm happy with it. So let's try to fix it a little bit, and which is, as you can see here, some areas like this which is being sharp here, being hard end here, so which is something I don't want. So for fixing that, I need to go to this stroke, and then I need to change it to something like this. Okay, so these options are not activated because this is a custom brush, but we can make it rounded, or maybe like this. That on is good. Okay, so it is not going to be fixed like that, but we can still do something here, which is I am going to select my direct selection tool. I'm going to select this area, then I'm going to modify these anchor points, which will give it that give it the look we want. So you can see this is how we can fix that. And for this one also, I just need to change these anchor points, and that's it. So maybe bring it in this way. So this is the problem of doing it with brush tool, but if we use pencil tool, this will be really a lot more easier. So that is fine. Now this much is looking good to me. I don't think there is any problem. There are some areas like this, but that is not really important for me. This one is really, it needs to be fixed, so that is fine. Now as you can see, this is how it is looking, and I am going to just keep it as it is for now. I'm going to select it all, then go to object and then expand appearance. That will expand all the strokes we created with brush, and it will all become a fill color like this. So that is fine. Now I'm going to make it a group here, so that is fine. Now for this one, I am going to make it look like it is wiring a flag or something like that. So for doing that, I am going to lock this layer, and then on top of that layer I'm going to create another layer. So I'm going to use my this brush again with my brush tool, or if you are using a graphic tablet which have pressure sensitivity, you can simply use this one. This is the touch calligraphic tool, and it will allow me to draw like this. So you can see the pressure sensitivity here. So I am going to use this one for now, and I am going to make a ribbon here. So I need to change the color of it, something red, so that I can see on top of my this one. So I'm going to just make a random shape here. So this is going to be the shape of my, okay, not from there, so something from here, just like a ribbon. So it is going to look like it is wiring a ribbon or something. So I'm going to just join it from here, then from here I'm going to make it a shape in this way. So maybe like this, that is good. And for this area I'm going to just join it here, and in this one I'm going to make it look like kind of this. Okay, so let's keep it simple like this. So it is like this part is going on that direction, this part is coming in this direction. That is good. I'm going to select my ribbon, and I'm going to bring it down. So as you can see, this lower area which I didn't draw really well because I wanted to hide this part. So I'm talking about this area here. So I didn't draw it well because I wanted to hide them, and maybe like this. Okay, so this way it is good. Now this is going to be the file for my this one. I'm going to add some details to my this ribbon so that it looks a bit more realistic. And for doing that, I'm going to use my brush tool again. I'm going to make it actually smaller this time so that I can add some shapes like this, which is good. And then I will add some extra details to my these ribbons like this. That is fine. So maybe one from here. I'm keeping it really low, the pressure here, so that it doesn't draw a bigger lines like this. That's fine. So that much is good for me. I am going to use my direct selection tool just to fix this one. So something like this, that is good. This one needs to be here. Okay, so this is how it is looking. I am going to fix this part also. That's good. So you can see this is how we can create an original graphic. Now it is not looking very perfect, but don't worry, we can fix that. Now I am not going to complete this one here, so or I can try. So let's do that. Okay, so here I'm going to select this one. I'm going to expand everything by object and expand appearance. I'm going to keep it here and group it. That is fine for me. Now from this area I am going to fix some of these issues. So let's ungroup it, and from here I am going to, maybe I will bring this part. Okay, so this one is a big shape I draw here, so let's not worry about that right now. I'm going to select my this equal group, open transparency. That's what we do every time. So make sure you have selected black as the fill color so that I can draw a shape within this red boundaries of the ribbon here, and this much is good for us. Okay, so not like that, just join it here, and this is good because this part I wanted to keep on top, and for this part of the ribbon I wanted this to be go beyond the eagle head. So I'm going to just select it. I'm going to make it, I'm going to open the transparency, make sure you have black as your fill color, and just hide this part, which will be good enough. So this is good. Now this one I'm going to make it black. So you can see this is how it is looking right now, and that is pretty good for me. I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to use some text here. So in this ribbon I am going to use the text America, and this is going to be the text. I don't know which font will look good, so let's use our rustic printed. This is a good font, but this is a too heavy font, as you can see here, so too much distress, so let's not use that. Let's start with our Explorer, but in this case I'm going to use the Explorer Sans version. Sans is a wider version, and this will look good for me, I think, for that area, which is good. So let's break it. It is not no more a font, this is just a shape. I'm going to create another brush with it, just like this, a art brush, simple art brush, which is good. Now I'm going to draw a shape here in this way. So you can see sometime it becomes a little problem of this object. So I'm going to first of all select everything here and then lock it. So when it is locked, it is not going to be selected. So now I can easily work with my this curvature tool here. So this is the shape of the curvature tool I am using here, which is good really. And in this shape I'm going to apply this text here, God bless America, but it is not looking very good. So let's try another way. I'm going to use my pen tool this time. So I will not use that much curve in here. I will just use a little bit curve here, something like this. I'm going to apply this text here. I need to make it a little smaller in size so that it doesn't it follow with the curve of my this design, and that much is looking good. You don't need to make it very perfect, just if it is readable that it is saying America, that is good enough. Okay, so this much is looking good for me, but I think I need to adjust it a little bit from here, and then I can simply press plus button on my keyboard, or you can go to this add anchor point tool under pen tool. You can add anchor point here, and with this anchor point selected it with direct selection tool, I can modify this one. So I think that much looks good to me. So let's not use that. I'm going to use a ellipse here. So this design I wanted to create everything originally, so I started with the illustration. This is good. Let's unlock everything, go to object, unlock all, which is good. So these three, this eagle, ribbon and America text, I'm going to make it a group so that I can align it with the shape of this ellipse here, which is really good. So I'm going to select this one just like this. I'm going to keep it like this. Then I'm going to create a bigger ellipse than that one, something like this. Then I will create another ellipse. I'm using offset paths. I'm using the shortcut of offset path, but you have to go to object, path and then offset path for creating a shape like this, which is good. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to make it really big here, just this much bigger, so that I can see the gaps between the two shapes here, which is good. So I'm going to select this one, this center ellipse. I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to expand it, expand appearance. I'm using shortcut, but they are here. So you can see Control 2 is my shortcut for expand appearance, Control 3 is my shortcut for expand. So that is what I am using here. So selecting this one, I am going to open transparency and press Control F here. So Control F will place my that a stroke here, and it was big, so you can see I cannot see anything, but if I reduce the size of the stroke, it will be visible. So on this one I am going to use my type on a path tool, and then here I am going to put this text, God bless America. This is the main text I am going to use for my this design. Okay, so not like that. I need to press the arrow key in my keyboard just to hold these anchor points, which is defining the text direction. So this is good. Now maybe I will just make it a little smaller like this. This is good, and I have that shape in my clipboard. So the ellipse I copied, so if I press Ctrl F again, it is going to paste it here again. So I'm going to just make it, okay, let's keep it same size, bigger like this, but this time I'm going to expand it here, and then once it is expanded, I'm going to press Shift E for my eraser tool to erase it like this. So you can see it is going to, okay, so it is looking like this, but don't worry, this is the shape, the black shape we have right now. If I change the color of it, it will be a little bit visible. You can see if I make it pink, it is going to be look like this, and here I am going to press Shift X. So Shift X will make it look like this, and then the stroke color should be black. So you can see this is the effect that is creating here, which is really good. And for this one here, I am going to create a new brush, which will be a simple stroke like this, just like something I showed in my one of my previous videos. So this is good. I'm going to just make it this option here, and then I'm going to bring a copy down, then I'm going to duplicate that multiple times. That is fine. Once I have this shape, I'm going to expand it, so it becomes shapes, no stroke anymore. I'm going to make a new brush with that. Add brush is fine, just click OK. Now here I'm going to inside this shape. Okay, so I may not use this one, let's delete that. So I'm going to press Ctrl F here again, and this is how it is going to look right now. And for this ellipse I'm going to press C. C means scissor tool. You can see it is a sign of a scissor. So with this scissor tool, if I click here, it is going to break my ellipse from that area. Let's cut it and then come back to the surface layer and paste it here. Let's change the color so that we can see. So you can see this is my red ellipse here. If I double click, I can isolate it. Now I am going to use my direct selection tool to select some of these anchor points, and this is how it is looking. And from here I am going to select some of these anchor points. So you can see this is the only shapes that I am going to need here. So this is fine. Now I am going to select this to cut it. Now I need to select this one. Then inside this shape I am going to press Ctrl F again, and then I am going to click on this option here. So this is how it is looking, but this area is not how I want it, so let's delete that. So you can see this is the effect I wanted. I can make it bigger or smaller if I want. Maybe I will make it 1.2. So you can see you can put custom text there, that is also possible. And here I am going to make a copy of it, then I am going to reflect it in this way. Then I am going to select this one, make this the key object and align in the center. So this is how it is going to look right now, and which is really good. So maybe I will select my this text and I will increase the space between them so that I will fill the area more. So this is how it is looking. Now don't worry about what is going on here. I need to just select my this ribbon here, and then I am going to create an offset path for my ribbon, but not that much, just 10 pixel will work for me. That's fine. Let's cut it. Now once I have that, I'm going to select these three, make it a group, open transparency, and then press Ctrl F here. So Ctrl F is going to look like this. Don't worry, just make it merge and unite. Merge unite will make it one single color. And once it is looking like this, I need to just take my pencil tool to draw a shape here, and this is how it is looking. So maybe I can just simply hide this part of the ribbon too, which is really good. So if I select this one, this shape here, copy that, then inside my this eagle graphic I can put that shape, so that will make it look a little bit nicer, I think. So this is how it is looking. I don't want this part of it, so that is fine. And from here, for this eagle graphic, I am going to select the eagle graphic and I am going to create the same size offset path for it, cut it. Now selecting this ribbon, I am going to press Ctrl F here. So this is how it is looking. Okay, let's not do that. Sorry. So this is how it is looking. Now it is looking good for me, just okay, not very good, but it is okay. And for this one I'm going to just select my this text. This is a brush right now, so let's expand it. And once it is expanded, maybe I don't need this detail of the ribbon here, because that is overlapping with my text, which is not really important. My visibility or readability of my text is really important. So this is how it is going to look. And then I'm going to add the text 4th of July. This is not important to add this text, but I just want to add something. So we are going to remove the numbers, and then I'm going to, let's keep it here. I'm going to make the 4th a little bit bigger in size. Okay, let's not use that off. Let's use it like this. This is really good. Now I'm going to create a rounded rectangle here, just to put it in a shape like this. That is good. So maybe 10 pixel. I'm going to make this a group and then keep it something like this. I need to place that in the center position in this way. So sometime we need to make it manually, and this is, I'm going to make it fill color. Then I'm going to create a stroke of it just like this, which is good. I'm going to select this shape, right click, arrange and send to back, which will send that the back of my this text. Cut this text, select this shape, open transparency and press Ctrl F here. So you can see this is how it is looking right now, which is good. So I'm going to just group it all. I'm going to make it a little smaller here so that I can put it somewhere in this area. So there was a little problem here, so I'm just hiding that part, you can see. So I'm going to select this shape, copy this, then if I select this total group, this ribbon and eagle group, inside the transparency I can press Ctrl F here and then press Shift X to make it fill. So you can see making it fill will hide those area, but I want to create an offset path for it. So maybe something like this, that is good. So that's fine. Now just for the blank area here, I just want to put a USA flag. So for doing that, I will need a flag. So I'm going to use this flag. As you can see here, this is from FreePic. You can just find tons of flags like this. Just you can use any one you want. So I'm going to select this flag and trim. So trim will trim it out. It will make each and everything in a separate part. That means whatever we can see in front, that part only will remain, and the whatever is in the background, that will not be there anymore. So if I double click here, I can simply select my magic wand tool by pressing Y and click here, then delete. So you can see the all the whites in the design is gone. Now select this one and make it black. So this is how I wanted it to be. That is fine. Now here I am going to select this flag. I am going to make it just as big as the background circle is. I want to make the stars a little bit visible or something in this area. That is fine. Let's cut it. I am going to select this group, and inside this group I am going to press Ctrl B. So here is an important thing we need to do. I am going to select this ellipse here and then copy this one. So now without selecting anything, press Ctrl F. That will paste that ellipse on top of everything. Then press Shift to select this ellipse and flag together. Right click, make clipping mask. So this is how it is looking. But select this flag here, go to arrange and send to back. So you can see this is how it is now in the back of everything. So if I double click to isolate the group, you can see this is how it is looking, which is not very good. But don't worry, I am just going to select this one here, this eagle shape here and the ribbon, and I am going to create a offset path. So this time, okay, let me show you. So there is a, these are some hard corners of the eagle. So if I make a offset path, it is going to make some cutting end here. So for fixing that, we need to change it to round, and round will make it look like something like this, which is good. So click OK. Now once you have it like this, do not click anywhere else, just press Ctrl X to cut. Now I am going to select this group here, all of it, and now inside the transparency press Ctrl F here. This is how it is looking. Just make it merge unite. So merge unite will make it look like this. So you can see the eagle and the ribbon is everything is visible on top of my that layer, which is really good for here, good for this area. Now 4th of July, I am not sure if I need to place anything here or not. This area is looking a little bit empty here, so I am going to put something here. Independence Day. So this text I'm just going to place for this area just to make it a little bit feel looking. So I'm going to just select this one. I'm going to expand the font again. I'm going to make it another art brush, which is really cool. And then with this one I'm going to, I can simply take my brush tool and draw a shape like this. so which will work for me, I think. So you can see this is looking pretty good and I am happy with that. So this is the main design here. This is the main element or everything that I wanted to use here. Let's expand everything. I am using my shortcut, but go to object and expand. Keep expanding until there is no more stroke color visible. So it is showing this option. That means it is showing a question mark. That means there is a stroke in there without any shape or any color. So that is because of the clipping mask. So for fixing that problem, or that is not really a problem, so for colorizing this design I am going to add some colors to it. So I am going to make it, let's try to add red for now so that it looks good. So not sure how it will look. In this option I am going to make it red, and this too I am going to make it white. Okay, so red and white is the color I will be using. I can use some blue also because that is the color of USA flag, and that is, that should be the color of our design. So that is good. Now it is looking like this, don't worry. So from here, okay, so we are, let's do it again. So select this shape here, and we have multiple layers here. So I need to select this layer, or maybe just create a whole new layer and press Ctrl B here. So my background will be on this layer, and then I can select everything inside this image here. So you can see. So now for, if I double click here, it is going to look like this. For this area I am going to just take my magic wand tool to select this flag, and then I am going to make it red color again. So which is good, of course, and I don't want a black background for it, but don't worry, this is the shape. I'm going to select it. Now from here I am going to make it one by one. So first of all, select the eagle layer here. I am going to create a rectangle, cut it. Now select the eagle layer, press Ctrl B, make sure to make it white. So selecting this one, now press Shift M, and with Shift M, so there is a little problem, and the problem is, as you can see, this is looking like there is some empty space. So for fixing that, there is a quick fix of it. Let me try if I find that or not. So there must be some area which is missing. So by missing I mean which is not joined together. Maybe that is area here. I noticed that earlier but didn't thought about it. So as you can see, now it is overlapping with one another. So I think that will fix the problem, but if it is not, then I need to find out what is happening here. Now if I select everything by press Ctrl A, I am going to use my shape builder again. So okay, so there is some more area which is open like that one, and I need to find that out. So let's not waste our time for that here. We can do that later. So for this one here, this small shape here, I am going to make it white for now. For this area, this ribbon area, I am going to just make my ribbon. I am going to keep my ribbon black. Control C, Control, sorry, not Control N, Control C, Control B, merge, unite. So that is the shape. Now I want to make this red, so it is going to look like this. But as you can see, we applied something inside this transparency, so that we need to fix. So if I select this shape here and cut it, and then select this ribbon and double click to go inside the group here, where I can individually select each and every object, and here press Ctrl B. So Ctrl B will paste that color, and as you can see, whatever we applied for the transparency, that is being applied here too. So that is fine. Now here I am going to make it white just to give it a variation. So maybe this shape here I am going to make it white, and that is good. Now I only need to fix my this eagle graphic here. So let's try. Okay, so this is the graphic here. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to copy and then I'm going to paste it here again, and I'm going to make it a group. So I'm going to select everything from here. I'm going to make it another group, and in this group I will remove everything that I paste inside the transparency, and that will help me find where is the mistake area. So I need to just, it can happen for you too, so this is just the way of fixing it. I need to make sure that every part is connected with one another, and this is the area. Maybe just a tiny small area can make you lots of trouble. So as you can see, and I think that is good. So here what I will do is I'm going to keep the eagle white, so I'm going to pick white color. Then I'm going to take a rectangle here in white color, send it to the back, select it again, and then using shape builder, as you can see now it is working. So I have this shape right now. Now I'm going to group it with the white, and then I have two eagle shape here. So if I select them both just like this, I can simply, okay, I'm going to cut this one. I'm inside this group, so it is not going to work. So first step is I need to select this eagle here, where I can select the eagle in this layer. So here I will press Ctrl V to paste my eagle, and then I will select them both, and then click on this one. So that will become the key object. Now I can simply align my new one with that one, and it is going to align there exactly. So I'm going to cut it. Now inside here I'm going to press, I'm going to select everything of this eagle here. This can be a little tricky. I'm going to make it yellow, and then I'm going to press Ctrl B here. So Ctrl B will make it look like this. Ctrl B will place my black and white one in the background. We cannot see it. So if I select this yellow eagle right now, we can simply delete it, as you can see. And now it is, whatever we applied for the transparency, it is being visible here. So you can see this is how it is looking. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope it was helpful, and if it is helping, let me know in the comment section. And if there is any part you didn't understand, you can also let me know that. I will try to explain that maybe in my group. I'm not sure about that, but I will try. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next one, guys. Have a great time.